It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to and I'm Rob, of course, our War Shack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we will be continuing on with some Murloc Paladin. We are currently rank 3, and we are 3 games away from rank 2, so hopefully we can knock out these 3 wins. Hopefully it's not lagging there. Hopefully we can knock out these 3 wins kind of quickly. If not, I don't mind sitting at rank 3 a little bit, but as long as we just don't go back to rank 4, I am all okay. And surprisingly, Murloc Paladin, N'Zoth Murloc Paladin has been fun. It's different in the sense that people honestly just don't know what you're playing, so they don't know how to play around it, and it's been surprisingly, like I said, fun, and I've been enjoying the control style of the deck, along with the surprise factor. I don't think we hold equality in our opening hand. I think we just go Bluegill Warrior and hope for the best. True Silver Champion's really good, Consecration's alright, and Eldor the Peacekeeper's fine. So this is actually not it's not a terrible starting hand. Ideally, we'd want to throw in like a True Silver in here, but I think this is fine either way. And I'm assuming we're going to be able to do the deck guide on this deck pretty soon, considering I've played a shit ton of this deck. So I think I kind of do like the coin into the loot hoarder. But what else would we save coin for? If he plays Totem Golem, we actually can cancel it out. But yeah, so we could. If we wait a turn and we go ahead and loot hoarder, he swings, and then we play that anyway. And then we float 1 mana. I don't know the upside of playing Loot Hoarder right now. There's no trade that we're going to, like, I don't know. What would we want to coin out? Tyrion? Sylvanas? I'm also going to work on playing slower, guys. So if you notice my turns taking a little bit more time, it's because I'm finding myself speed running my turns, and I'm not optimizing my plays the best I can. Like, I'm playing decent, but it's not the best I could have played. Because we have 2/2 drops, I think it's okay if we play the Loot Hoarder here. We'll see in a second. I honestly, it could have gone either way, depending on what he plays. If he plays Totem Golem, we could have hung on to the coin. We would have taken 3 more damage, but we would have saved coins so we could play something bigger later on. The fact that we also don't have... Alright, so just totems here is... As long as it's not the 1/1, it's fine. Alright, so this is pretty good. We could swing into here, and we could go Bluegill, or we could go Alkali to Pain, and I honestly like the Bluegill here. The surprise factor of Death Rattle Murloc is gone, but at the same time, if he's running any sort of slower deck, we're going to be able to bombard him quite quickly. He's going to have to waste his field control, or hit, like, maybe we can, if he's running control, we want him to use ED and stuff before we hit the Anyfin, because our Anyfin is basically our win condition against control, which it looks like this is control. Okay, never mind. It was just a very, very slow mid-range, possibly. So we're going to swing here. Swing here, and we could swing one into the Tunnel Trog, and I'm not sure how much I like this, but what if he Lightning Storms is the question. If he Lightning Storms, we should have attacked this. If he doesn't Lightning Storm, then we shouldn't have attacked this, but I actually just like attacking it, because if he does have the Lightning Storm, it would have been bad. We're not going to win this game through dealing 2 damage to face from our Loot Hoarder. We're going to win this through out-controlling him, and just being the overall outvaluing him, basically. There's the Totemic, so hopefully he doesn't get something too big from that. Taunt Totem is not that scary. The fact that he also didn't overload this means we're going to be able to make the trade here and then swing our Alkali to Pain into this Tunnel Trog. Oh, he did it for us, so that really doesn't matter too much. This kind of stinks. So we almost have to he's not Eldor the Peacekeeper, he's Eldor Peacekeeper onto this. But the problem is if he decides he wants to play the 7-drop, we have nothing to beat that. So, like, Consecration actually looks pretty good here, as silly as it may seem. Because Eldor is good for that 7/7. And then we can actually kill off his 1/1, draw 1 card from here. So Tyrion, so if we would have held on to that coin, we could have played Tyrion on 7 instead of playing him on 8, because we actually have 2 8-drops right now. And also leaving cards on the field, like he would have a stronger Flame Tongue. Now it's not so strong. And we have more possibilities to draw into other Peacekeepers or cards that will be able to nullify that 7/7. We're going to go ahead and make this a 1, even though I said I knew we were going to nullify it. We don't have the option here, because this... Drawing is important. Another bluegill. Playing this and swinging is not, there's no purpose into that. I'd rather save this to being able to pump out 2 damage we didn't normally have, because it'll just swing his Azure Drake into the bluegill and then it'll just be dead. And again, dealing that 2 damage isn't worth it. But drawing 3 cards from Acolyte of Pain is very, very good. So it looks like he has the Fire Elemental, so it's like a slower version of mid-range Shaman, which is interesting. Wild Pyromancer, so if we go after you cast a spell, okay. So I guess we swing this into here first, right? Or do we swing into here, and then we know our bluegill is going to swing into the 1/2. We have 7 mana. We know we're going to lose 1 card, so I guess this goes into here. We can draw True Silver Champion, that's really good. And this is going to go down. This is going to swing into there. And now we can draw 2 more cards. I don't think anything else is going to die this turn. And there's True Silver Champion. Unfortunately, though, we can't play it. But we can kill this 6/4 next turn with it. And then we just got to throw down. The problem is throwing down the Tyrion, though, is it's going to get hexed. So the problem there is it won't be brought back with N'Zoth. So maybe we'll play our War Leaders and see if he can hex the War Leader, the Murloc card, and then we'll be able to play Tyrion. I'm glad that's not a Taunt Totem, because if it was a Taunt Totem, then we wouldn't be able to True Silver. So inequality is really good here, because then we can equality Wild Pyromancer. Doomsayer is okay, but the problem is that we just play Doomsayer, it's just going to die. That's without a doubt going to happen. But we can actually do... Alkalite, True Silver. I don't like that as much.
The end is coming! Burn.
So he's gonna, the Doomsayer is going to absorb 7 damage, and this is gonna take a little bit off of our face. Hopefully by that time, if we can't draw a spell, then we'll go Wild Pyromancer, Alkalite, or no, that doesn't work either. I guess we just have to go lay on hands and hope for an equality at that point. But the Doomsayer did what it was supposed to do. Harrison Jones comes down. He draws 1 card. Again, equality is looking pretty dank at this point. There, if we play Tyrion, it's just going to get hexed. But if we don't draw the equality, it looks like that's going to be what we have to do here. So there's the equality, which is basically everything we needed to succeed. So there we go. Wild Pyromancer, equality. The board goes down a little bit. The only thing better we could have had there would be like a Solemn Vigil to be able to redraw back our hand, but it's fine. I wish I could have kept that weapon charge, because then he would be down 1 card. He would only have 5, and we'd have quite a bit, but either way, it's still okay. Even Sylvanas would be good, because he hexed Sylvanas, then we play Tyrion. I value Tyrion more than Sylvanas, because that 5/3 weapon is so big. I might actually just throw out the Tyrion. All right, so there's the 7/7. So he actually, oh god, that's so much bigger than a 7/7. Rockbiter his face, draw 1. We still have an equality in here. We still have 1 more Peacekeeper. He only has 3 cards in hand, so maybe he just hasn't drawn into 1 yet. Sylvanas is pretty good here. Sylvanas can actually bait the... Oh, Peacekeeper's sick nasty. Unfortunately, we can't play... Oh, yeah, we can. So we'll actually bait out the Hex here if he has it. And then we'll go Tyrion and then to the N'Zoth. So that the cards on the left, one of these 2 on the left is probably going to be the Hex. Yeah, there's the Hex. So now we'll play Tyrion next turn, and ideally he shouldn't have drawn both Hexes in the first half of his deck. If he does, you know, it's unfortunate, but these are the things you can't really play around a whole lot. Like, you kind of sometimes have to just play. We played around it the best we could. We know he had at least 1 Hex. Sylvanas took the hit, and hopefully he just doesn't draw into the second one. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's a card game. I'm going to try to also get less salty in these games. I've noticed that I've been getting more mad, you could say. It looks like he had the second Hex. I'm going to try to smile and say this is fine. So N'Zoth is going to bring back a Loot Porter. And that's about it. So if we Consecration, that is nothing. So I guess we just N'Zoth. It brings back a Loot Hoarder instead of Tyrion, and I'm just gonna smile because he had both Hexes in his hand. turn after turn. If you fall. And let me guess, he has Bloodlust too? Just gonna smile and wave. Oh wow, that's a lot. I'm pretty sure I might even be dead this turn. Oh no, maybe not. So if we can draw into the... We have another equality in the deck. There's 7 cards left. There's a high likelihood we can draw one. Nice. Yep. So he hasn't... He's used 1 Rockbiter. So Doomhammer Rockbiter spell kills us. But I'm just going to go ahead... We know we're probably going to have to play the True Silver. I don't want to heal for 8. It's not a big enough heal. If we start overdrawing though, that's bad. But I think this is okay. So if he does 12 damage here, we should have True Silvered, swung face, heal for 2. Maybe we should have Forbidden Healing, but I feel like if we don't draw a Murloc here, we Forbidden Healing, right? And then we are back at 20 health. But I just hopefully he doesn't Doomhammer Rockbiter spell. Like, that would be the only 2 cards that destroys us here. Or the 3 cards. You have to have all 3 of those cards. Because Doomhammer Rockbiter is only 10. You would alright. Oh god, please don't have. Mana Tide is okay.
The light protects me.
Squire. Okay, we can handle this. Time after time. So we actually can go True Silver. 2 goes here. 3 goes here. We're at 14. I mean, we could heal for 12. And then whenever we draw the Murloc, we could play that ASAP. But I like just killing this, making a new one. I'm not really... I don't think he's going to have lethal with what he's shown he has currently. So I'm just going to hold on to Forbidden Healings. We're just basically waiting on our War Leaders. There's 3 cards left in the deck and 2 of them are War Leaders. So this is one of the bad things about this deck is that you'll end up waiting for a lot of cards. There's another 7/7. We can't deal with that currently. There's a 1 War Leader. And there's the other War Leader. So I guess we go double War Leader. Kill this. And then heal. And then swing. And then next turn, we both War Leaders go into 7/7. Anything can happen and we win the following turn. You're definitely not going to lay on hands. And the Wild Pyromancer, I think we have... We already used double Consecration, so the last card in our deck would be... The other Charge Murloc? I'm not sure. Taunts, kills off, and he uses... Okay. We can still break through what he has right here. Ah, Doomsayer, alright. So we definitely anything here. We know this goes here. We know this is gonna go here. And this is just gonna go face. And then we basically have lethal next turn. Because it's gonna summon like 25 damage worth of bullshit. So Azure Drake, as long as he doesn't have a Lightning Storm here, I think we'll be alright. We will be alright. Of course he has a Lightning Storm. Alright, so as long as it doesn't do 4 damage to both the War Leaders. Alright, 1 War Leader lived. That was good. So now the War Leader can actually take out this 7/2, and then we'll just go face. Well, how many Murlocs died? We had 4 Murlocs that brought back, 3 died. Yeah, so we can actually just kill this here. Yeah, we just kill that there, and we just go face, and it's going to resummon them anyway. And then we just go face for an astronomical amount of damage. Yeah, because it's just going to resummon the War Leader that we killed. The power of the Murloc Paladin. You had everything you needed to beat me, Shaman, so you can't even say, like, that was a bad game. You had double hexes for both of the strongest and only death rattles in my deck the turn I played them. You had Lightning Storm to kill the Murlocs, and you had double 7/7. The only thing you didn't have, and you even had the Alakir the Windlord to put next to your Flame Tongue Totem.
Versus Thrall.
My hammer
Alright, so we're playing against another Shaman. I don't even know if this is the same dude or not. I wasn't looking at the name, but I don't like anything in my opening hand here. We're looking for the loot hoarders, the weapons, of course. Charge Murlocs is okay. Anything can happen in the opening hand. Always not something you're looking for. Never, never. Forbidden Healing, again, not really something you're looking for. So we have two useful cards. The other two are basically not going to be used until like turn 7 or later. And by turn 7, I mean turn 10 for this one at least. And this one's just whenever we can fit it in. When he just plays the Argent Squire, we're just going to go ahead and use our passive, and that's it. There's no reason to play the Bluegill because he just trades into it. Bluegill dies. The 1/1 doesn't. So there's the trade. There's the coin to, I'm guessing, Tuskarr Totemic. And then as long as it's not a Totem Golem. Card is fucking crazy, man. That card is absolutely fucking insane. Tuskarr Totemic. It always summons Totem Golems or Mana Tides or another Totemic. Summon another Totem Golem for him. Oh, there you go. Summon another Totem Golem for him. What the fuck, bro? Seriously, how do you beat a start like that? You just played 6 mana's worth of creature on turn 2 and on turn 3. You played 12 mana worth of creatures at 5 mana because he coined out the Totemic. What the fuck? And why I say 12 is because this is actually 3 because it's overload 1. So essentially you're paying 3 mana, you're just accelerating the mana. And then the Totemic itself is 3. So you basically summoned 6 mana here, and he did it twice, and then he coined it out, which doesn't actually count as a mana. So you spent 5 mana to summon 12 mana, and now we just lose. You can't win. There's no way you win this game. Unless I have a quality consecration right here, which I don't have. Like, we're just gonna vigil and hopefully draw a quality consecration. Yeah, there's no winning here. There's 0 winning. There's not even a point to attack with a weapon. What is this game supposed like? This is just an auto lose. This is why I get upset. It's not the games that are close and, you know, if we misplay, like, we deserve to lose. Like this, there was no chance. There was never a chance in this game. No matter how you played this game out, we've lost. 100%. Absolutely 100%. Look at that. That was a turn 5 lethal. Like the last game we skillfully played, you know, there was no cards going back, the cards were trading back and forth. We had to think about our turns. Not that game. It was just play every card in your hand, get 2 Totem Golems, you win. Skill. Now I'm salty. Yeah, because one game required us to think and think ahead and think of like play around things. In that game, there was nothing. There was no single card. Like no matter how we have played that game, we would have lost. If we could go back in time and do it again, we would have lost. There's no winning. There's absolutely 0% chance. Doesn't matter what I played. The whole game get decided on his Totem Gar, his Totemic, whether it's summoned 2 Totem Golems or not. So against Zoo, Peacekeeper's pretty good, but really not that great. But it's like last game, I don't even know what to do from here. I like Alkali to Pain. I think we're just gonna keep the Peacekeeper and throw away the Pain. And the reason being is he's gonna have it. Oh man, it looks like it brought the Pain back. But I'm going to assume this is Zoo. One equality is okay. I wouldn't like it. It's normally not a card I want in the opening hand, but because it's Zoo and we're probably gonna have to clear field sometime soon, it's not terrible to have.
Get it out! Get it out!
Pretty good start. So I guess we just go make a dude and that's it. Next turn is probably Pain, unless he plays. No, there'd be no reason for us to Aldor Peacekeeper or anything unless he plays the Flame Juggler. Yeah, Peddler. This is the only better opener than this is if this was the Flame Imp, the Possessed Villager, because then it's protected by the taunt. So we actually could play the Peacekeeper on the 2/2 and actually put out a decent minion, but that's not going to win us the game. We actually have to go Alkali to Pain here so we can draw into a Wild Pyromancer or something like that. Because playing the Peacekeeper doesn't do anything. And then he's probably going to rip the Abusive Sergeant, and he's just going to make the trade. Okay, no Abusive Sergeant. We stand a chance. So depending on what we draw here, if we draw Consecration, we'll probably just use that. No Consecration, that's totally okay too. So I guess we'll swing into the lower one. Doomsayer is pretty good. So if we Doomsayer now, he has currently 3, 4, 5 damage on the board. So we could actually Doomsayer kill off one of those. He has 4 damage, which means he either has to Power Overwhelming or Abusive Sergeant into another charged creature. Or we could just True Silver, kill off the 1/3. I like True Silver and killing off the 1/3, and it'll buy us one more draw with the Acolyte of Pain. We're still at 26 HP, so I think it's semi-okay. And he had too much damage. We want to do it when he only has 5 damage, or 2 damage on board, because then it takes a Power Overwhelming and something else. Like a Direwolf or something. So there's the Defender, so he would have had just enough damage. No, wait. Yeah, no. 5, 6... No, he wouldn't have had enough. But now we do it. So now we can go Doomsayer. Definitely gonna kill off this 3/3. He currently has 5 damage on board. So let's actually bring this down to... Well, we could Peacekeeper, but then we have nothing to stop Doom Guards besides Equality. But the Peacekeeper essentially does the same thing as the Bluegill Warrior does. So now he has 4 damage on board, so he needs to deal 3, which is better than 2, because 2 is an Abusive Sergeant. But he probably has it with like a Soulfire. So there's the 2 and needs 1 more. So another Abusive. Okay, that's not the best thing that can happen. So now this is looking like it would be a great Equality Consecrate or a Wild Pyromancer Equality. None of those cards were drawn. So I guess we can either go with the Aldor, make this have 1 attack, and then War Leader, or we could go Sylvanas, but then we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. We can't afford that kind of damage right now. We basically have to try to reduce it as much as possible and play as many decent-sized creatures as we can until we get some of our Consecration and or Wild Pyromancer. But meanwhile, he'll just continue throwing up on the board. I like how he tapped last. He didn't even tap first to see if his a better play could be made. He just instantly played Defender and just tapped. Makes me so sad. Now he makes trades, so our Solemn Vigil is not as great. Alright, so Consecration comes, but at the time it really is not that great. It's going to kill a 1/1, a 3/1, and that's it. Equality Consecration is going to kill his entire board. And then we can use the 1 remaining mana to draw 2 cards. Or we can heal up for 14, putting us back at 30. And then he's got, what, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going down to 22. If we play Sylvanas, but then we have to Equality Consecrate and Forbidden Healing. But I don't want to Equality Consecrate too early and then him play Googly-Eyed Octopops and winning.
Should I?
He already played both Defenders. So what would he play now? I think this would be 10, 27.
Well played.
Let's go well played. We'll heal ourselves and we'll pretend like we don't have the field removal. And hopefully this baits him out to play maybe a Councilman or a Googly-Eyed Octopops or a Doomguard. There's a Councilman and a Direwolf. Okay, so this is a much better field. So we're only essentially taking, I mean, we're taking a reasonable amount of damage, but it's not to the point where we're still at a 1/3 health left. And then now we're actually going to be able to draw for free and then also play stuff. So we can Equality and then Consecration. We draw for free, and then theoretically, if we can draw a Loot Hoarder, that's really good. N'Zoth, Acolyte, so it looks like next turn is a Tyrion. I'm expecting a 2-drop, a 1-drop, and a Doomguard here. That would be his most optimal play. We also need to get more water. See, tap first, boys, tap first. If we're like at rank, so there's the 2-drop.
The light protects me.
There's the 1-drop, pings the 1/1. Oh, we got lucky. There's another 1/1, pings the 1/1. Ooh, we got lucky again. Oh, let's see if we get lucky again. Nah, it's too much lucky. All right, so then we just drop the Tyrion, and then hopefully he doesn't have lethal. So there's the 1/1. There's the tap. I don't know why you just don't tap first there, buddy. There's Horse Rider. There's the ping. There's a Flame Juggler, and I'm assuming a Power Overwhelming is gonna come. Those pings were probably the best pings he could have landed. There's the Abusive. Didn't he just play that though? Oh no, he must have played that earlier. So what's good here is a Consecration is obviously good. A Wild Pyromancer is good. That is good.
I have no time for games.
This could have been a mistake because now he can Doomguard Power. No, he can't Doomguard Power Overwhelming because the Doomguard will discard his cards. But healing with the True Silver is good. So the Googly-Eyed Octopops, this is basically what we were kind of scared of earlier. But the Forbidden Healing is clutch. So we could either go N'Zoth here and bring back Tyrion, or we just heal up for a large quantity. And then we go face and we have lethal. I don't think he can do 29 fucking damage with only having a bunch of 1/1s out. And we'll win next turn because he already used double Defender and he already used double Void Caller. So it doesn't matter what he does here. He has to basically stop me from attacking, kill my Sylvanas, either heal himself up or play a taunt. Yeah, not enough damage there. Finally, we beat Sue. Oh my god. What a rough game. That was a rough game, guys. See, like, we were calculating things out. It wasn't an auto victory for him. If he would have won that, it would have been much better than against the Shaman game where we just lost. Like, there was nothing to be played. Like, those games are just sad. I mean, it's bound to happen every once in a while, right? Like, you're just bound to get horrible, horrible draws, and your opponent's bound to get unbelievable luck. But it's just very sad when that happens. So I like the True Silver Champion in the opening hand. I really like getting coin first, and it makes all the difference. So Loot Hoarder is good. Alkali to Pain is good. Equality and Anyfin, again, not some of the cards we're looking for in the opening hand. Another True Silver Champion, okay. So hopefully this guy's, 1, not running Harrison Jones, or 2, not running the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Both of those would be bad. War Axe, okay, that's very interesting that he would choose to play the War Axe first. I guess we can go ahead and just make a dude. I don't feel like Doomsayer would be the best play here because then he doesn't even have to attack with his weapon or play a dude. But right now he feels if he doesn't kill this dude with the War Axe and get rid of a charge and he doesn't play a weapon, then we can maybe play the Doomsayer the following turn, but then we'd have to follow up with the Alkalies. So theoretically, it'd be interesting to see what he does here. Okay, so the Berserker turns this into us using the coin into the True Silver Champion. Or we can maybe assume that he doesn't have 1 damage, play the Doomsayer. And the Doomsayer would actually do quite a bit of work. No, it wouldn't, because he'd just swing his weapon into the Doomsayer, and then this would gain +1 attack. So that's actually not going to work whatsoever. That's like the worst plan I think I've ever implemented in ever. That was just horrible. Never do that. Don't forget what Berserker does. So when is a good time to play Doomsayer in this matchup? We're assuming, we don't know if he's playing yet Dragon tempo or just normal tempo, but turn 6 is always a good turn to play it, so he doesn't play Malkorok, or turn 7, so he doesn't play the Rag. So we'll just make a dude here, and I think that's going to be it for now. His turn 5 is probably going to be an Azure Drake. With it being an Azure Drake, it means we can kill it with the True Silver Champion, but if we play the Doomsayer now, he's just not even going to swing with his weapon, and him swinging with his weapon is pretty important, because when we play the Sylvanas, we don't want him using a slam and then swinging with weapon. If he does, we want him to spend all the mana to do so and not develop the board. So, like, here's an Azure Drake, like we said, and this is fine, because we're going to be able to deal with this with our True Silver weapon, and he'll probably use his War Axe to kill off our 1/1, so which means when we play Sylvanas, oh wow, he chose not to, which is very interesting. And just kidding, we're actually not playing the Sylvanas. We're off 1 turn. So we know we're swinging into this. That's happening. We know we want to play Sylvanas on an empty board, but at the same time, there's no reason to use the Doomsayer just yet. We have a decent-sized board, and he's playing Azure Drake, which shows he's playing Dragon Tempo, which shows, again, the best turns to play Doomsayer is either 6 or 7. So right now he could play Crusher, which would just be a 6/6. He can slam, so he did have the slam. So even if, remember when I said we wanted him to use the War Axe, so he didn't have the slam and then the War Axe to kill the Sylvanas? This was why. So if we play the Sylvanas now, he's just gonna go ahead and use the weapon in here to kill it. So actually, just like using our truce right here, this goes into here. We're going on turn 7. We can expect a Malkarok. Because he's going to be playing Malkarok, I suppose we could go ahead and Doomsayer, but he saves the weapon. But if we make the reinforce, it's fine. I think we reinforce. I think we wait for even a better turn to Doomsayer. We don't get any advantage by playing Doomsayer now. Then Sylvanas goes on a free board, but again, the War Axe is still up. And if he wants to go ahead and play the Malkarok, he's going to have to... Well, we'll use this... We're going to be using Doomsayer next turn for Rag. So he has to float 1 mana. For sure. And to keep track of what had died this game, I'm pretty sure we know a War Leader died, but did a Charge Minion die? I don't know if one of the Charge Murlocs died. I'm thinking back. Did we ever use a Charge Murloc? When I'm playing by myself and I'm not like recording, I do much better because I keep track of all this. But when I'm like talking to the camera, I'm more so trying to explain everything to you guys than memorizing what I have and haven't played. What I have and haven't played. So this is where we'd want to like Aldor, Doomsayer, make a dude, hit face. And now, if he decides he wants to kill Doomsayer, he uses an Execute to do so. If he doesn't kill Doomsayer, then we get the Solemn Vigil to draw 2 cards. We go Windrunner and then Loot Hoarder. Alright, so I don't think we've killed off a Charge Murloc. No, I don't think we have. Definitely not. Just a War Leader. What if I want? We have no more coffee and we have no more water. Fuck. Alright, this will be the last episode here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll refill, restock, and go back at it, boys. I kind of want a Red Bull. We need to get a sponsored by Red Bull. If anybody knows anything about getting sponsored by Red Bull or Monster, you let me know. Because I really, really miss energy drinks. I haven't had an energy drink in forever. It's interesting that he chose this choice. So an Execute on this is no doubt. This is getting executed. And then he's swinging 1 face, so we theoretically draw... Tyrion's pretty good. There's not a great way to not take 9 damage here, but it's really not that much damage in consideration to like how much healing we have in the deck. The problem is if we would have left that up, he would have gotten past Tyrion and we would have taken even more damage to the face. There wasn't a great way to get rid of that Berserker. We took theoretically 7 to the face there because we were able to heal up for 2 and then we attacked it when it had 9. What is this? What are you asking? That's unfortunate. Fandral, Carne, Lightward, extra to craft next. I'll answer your question after this. I wonder why you're asking, man. You're a really good player. You don't need my help. Yeah, this guy, I added him back when he was playing Face Hunter when I was playing Fatigue Warrior. And it was 1 turn. If he had to draw exactly what he needed, or if you gave me back the turn, I had like double shield slam, 4 armor up, and then like a creature to kill his board. And he was able to pull off the damage. And it was just one of those sad things. There's the Guardian. Why did I see something go face? Oh, the 1 go face. Okay. So he is 4, 7. Theoretically, Hellscream into something is lethal. The problem is if we equality and swing, we're taking 3 no matter what, and this is not a threat. So I guess we just go Sylvanas, Pain, and then we end our turn. And if he has the damage, he wins. I think he has it though. I think he has the Hellscream into what is it called, Blood to Icor or something like that. The Hellscream is Crazy Burst. We haven't drawn into our Forbidden Healing yet, or our Lay on Hands, which I would have used, or N'Zoth. We play N'Zoth to bring back the Tyrion. But I think he might have lethal here. The reason we played our Alkalite instead of the Loot Hoarder is because Alkalite, if it absorbs 1 damage here, we can hit this with our Ashbringer, and it also takes damage off of our face because he wants to attack the Alkalite prior to anything else, and we're not worried about draw because we have double Vigil. If he decides he doesn't want to kill Sylvanas and he just wants to go face with everything and we don't lose, we could go, please don't have Hellscream. Okay, please don't. Do you have lethal? That's 7. No. 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 All right. Now we just need to draw Forbidden Healing. All right, there's not Forbidden Healing. All right, so swinging into this, it doesn't kill Sylvanas, but if we equality, we can actually take some of his shit. All right, so we want to equality. We can guarantee the steal on the Kor'kron. And we also can draw an extra card here. Here's another equality.
Let none survive.
Gonna take this for 1. Now we have a lot of draws here. Grants me a healing spell. All right. Now we're gonna use everything to heal back up, and we're gonna go face. I think that was the game. The reason we healed over anything is the fact that I'm not worried about dealing damage to him. It's all about control right now. Like next turn we still have lethal. That's 5, 9, and then the Murloc is 4 or more, so that's 13. And then, yeah, if he wants to armor up, we're 1 off, but that's still okay. We can actually kill this without taking any base damage whatsoever, which we're going to be doing. So we're gonna go War Leader, charge Murloc. This goes here. This turns into a 3-drop. We're gonna go ahead and draw. Draw 2 more cards. Wild Pyromancer equality is a great clear. So now we just go Loot Hoarder for draw, and we swing face for 5 because if we've drawn this off and it brings back Tyrion, it's good. So this is all part of the plan. Perfect execution. Yeah, boy. Yeah. It's always close. It's always like there's always this deck starts off very slow, right? So it's just like we have to maintain, don't die, and then it's like that turning point right here where it's like your opponent has what they have to win, and if they don't, we just go into Slaughterfest mode. And it's just like just like that with the sound effects and everything. And now it's just like no matter almost what this guy, no matter what he draws, like this double anyfin, and we've already had 2 Murloc Chargers die. If not 1, and this is the second War Leader. So we just play this bad boy right here, and these guys are having, it's like a clown fiesta, these things. It's good stuff. It was a close game, and this is what I'm talking about. Not like if you won this, it would be a close game, it'd be okay. But that Shaman game still's got me, still has me on tilt, guys. Still, it's got me fucked up. So there's the Hellscream. So it looks like he might have had it, but he didn't have the activator for it. So if he kills this, and this is at 6, then we still have it if we anyfin, right? Because we anyfin and it summons 2 of those guys in a charger. The charger has 6, but I think that's lethal, right? Because that's 11, 12, 13, and that is lethal. It's lethal with the Murlocs. We almost missed lethal. Could have killed Hellscream, but it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. So we're 1 game away from rank 2. I know we're going to cut it short here, but at the same time, I am dying of thirst, and we will just finish this up in the next episode. So, as always, guys, we are almost to rank 2. I will see you in the next time. I am Warshak, or Rob if you want to call me that, and happy whatever the hell day it is.